Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to learn to solve two-step equations using the balancing method. We've got three success criteria, and the first one is to solve equations with integer solutions. So just a reminder, 3x means 3 times x. X over 3 means x divided by 3. And 5x over 3 means x times by 5, then divided by 3. So to solve an equation, we use inverse operations. And inverse just means the opposite. So the inverse of addition is subtraction. The inverse of subtraction is addition. The inverse of multiplication is division. The inverse of division is multiplication. And the inverse of squared is square root. So we want to solve this equation. 3x plus 1 equals 7. So when we use the balancing method, we put a line through the equal sign, and what we do to one side of the equation, we have to do the same to the other side. So the first thing I want to do is get rid of the plus 1. So I do that by doing the opposite of plus 1, which is taking away 1. So if I take away 1 from that side of the equation, I've got to do the same on the other side. So on this side of the equation, I'm left with 3x, and on the other side, 7 take away 1 is 6. Now 3x means 3 times by x. So I've got to do the opposite of timesing by 3, which is dividing by 3. So if I divide that side by 3, I've got to also divide this side by 3 as well. So that leaves me with x on this side, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So I've solved the equation, and the answer is x equals 2. Here's another example. So I always start by drawing a line down through the equal sign, and the first thing I want to do is get rid of the minus 9. So I do the opposite of taking away 9, which is to add 9. So I make sure I add 9 to both sides. So that means I've got 3x on that side, and 12 plus 9 is 21. Now I do the opposite of timesing by 3, which is dividing by 3. So x equals 21 divided by 3, which is 7. So my final answer is x equals 7. Here's another example. So I need to get rid of the plus 1 first. So I take away 1 from both sides. So x over 3 equals 6. Now x over 3 means x divided by 3. So I need to do the opposite of dividing by 3, which is to multiply by 3. So I need to multiply both sides by 3. That leaves me with x on this side, and 6 times 3 is 18. So x equals 18. Here's a question for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. So for this question, 4x plus 8 equals 20. I need to start by taking away 8 from both sides. So 4x equals 12. then I divide both sides by 4, so x equals 3. Here's another question for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. So this time we want to solve 10x minus 5 equals 45. So I start by doing the opposite of taking away 5, so I add 5 to both sides. So 10x equals 50. Then I need to divide both sides by 10. So x equals 5. Here's another question for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. So for this question, x over 9 plus 7 equals 12. So we need to start by taking away 7 from both sides. So that leaves me with x over 9 equals 5. And then the opposite of dividing by 9 is timesing by 9. So I times both sides by 9. So x equals 45. Here are some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers, and there's your amber answers. So now we've completed success criteria 1. So now we're going to move on to number 2, and this is to solve equations with non-integer solutions. So this time we want to solve this equation, 5x plus 3 equals 7. So we do exactly the same as we did before. We need to take away 3 first of all. So 5x equals 4. Then we divide both sides by 5. So x. Now 4 divided by 5 we can't do, so we're going to leave it as a fraction, 4 over 5. Or we could write it as a decimal, and 4 over 5 is 0.8. Here's another example. So this time, the first thing I need to do is get rid of the divide by 7. So I times both sides by 7. So 5x equals 42. Then I divide both sides by 5. So x equals 42 over 5. Or, as a decimal, 8.4. Here are some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers, and there's your amber answers. And now we've completed success criteria 2. So now we're going to move on to number 3, and and this is to apply solving equations to shapes. So the perimeter of the rectangle is 42 centimeters. So we want to find the value of x. Now the perimeter of a shape is all the sides added together. So we need to add all the sides of this rectangle together. So x minus 1 plus 2x plus 4 plus x minus 1 plus 2x plus 4. We can simplify that to 6x plus 6. And we know the perimeter of the rectangle is 42 centimeters. So 6x plus 6 must equal 42. So now we've got an equation that we can solve. So we start by taking away 6 from both sides. So 6x equals 36. Then we divide both sides by 6. So x equals 6. Here's another example. This time we're told the area of the rectangle is 44 centimeters squared and we want to find the value of x. So to find the area of a rectangle, we do the length, 4, times by the width, 4x minus 1. So we need to times those together. So an expression for the area would be 16x minus 4. Now we're told the actual area is 44. So 16x minus 4 must equal 44. So now we've got an equation that we can solve. So we start by adding 4 to both sides. So 16x equals 48. Then we divide both sides by 16. So x equals 3. Here are some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers. There's your amber answers. And there's your red answers. And now we've completed success criteria 3. So now that we've completed the last objective, it's time to end the video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it useful. Make sure to like and subscribe and be sure to check out the other videos on the rest of the channel. I'll see you next time. See ya.